Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Ivan Dodarwansyah with name 441230110. In this video, I will read my answers about writing task N2 for task 9. So this is the answer. The question. The chart below shows the expenditure on three categories among different age groups of residents in the UK in 2004. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. And I should write at least 150 words. So this is the answer. The bar chart illustrates the percentage of total spending by different age groups in the UK in 2004 across three categories: food and drink, restaurant and hotel, and entertainment. Overall, there is a clear shift in spending preference with age. Younger age groups under 30 and 31 up to 45 spend a larger share on restaurants and hotels, whereas older groups like 61 until 75 and 76 plus allocated more of their expenditure to food and drink and entertainment. For individuals under 30, the highest spending was on restaurants and hotel, around 14%, followed by entertainment, approximately 7%, and food and drink, just over 6%. The 31 until 45 group displayed a similar pattern, so with a slightly more balanced distribution among the three categories. The trend begins to shift in the 46 to 60 group, where food and drink becomes the top spending category, nearly 17%, while restaurants and entertainment receive lower but fairly equal shares, around 13 until 14%. Among those aged 61 to 75, entertainment topped the list at around 23%, followed followed closely by food and drink, 20%, whereas spending on restaurants dropped significantly to below 5%. The 76 plus group continued to prioritize food and drink over 23%, with entertainment at roughly 13% and restaurants at just 7%. In summary, younger people in the UK in 2004 prioritized eating out, while older people tended to spend more on food and drink and entertainment. The chart reveals how preferences shift with age, possibly due to lifestyle, health, and income change. So this is the second question. In some countries, young people are encouraged to work or travel for a year between finishing high school and starting university studies. Discuss the advantage and disadvantage for young people who decide to do this. Taking a gap year, this is the answer. Taking a gap year to work or travel before beginning university studies is an increasingly common trend in several countries. While this decision can offer valuable life experiences, it also has potential drawbacks that young people must consider. One major advantage is the opportunity for personal growth and maturity. By working or traveling, young individuals can gain independence, develop practical life skills, and build self-confidence. A job allows them to earn money, which can be used to support their future education or personal needs. Travel, on the hand, broadens perspective by exposing them to new cultures and ways to life, making them more open-minded and adaptable. Additionally, taking a year off can help students clarify their career goals. Exposure to different works, environment, and life experiences might help them make better academic and professional choices. This break can also reduce academic burnout, allowing students to enter university feeling refreshed and motivated. However, there are potential disadvantages. A gap year can interrupt the academic routine, making it harder for some students to return to a disciplined study schedule. There is also a risk of there is also a risk of wasting time if the year is not planned well. Financial constraints may prevent students from traveling, and working in low-skill jobs may not offer significant learning opportunities. Furthermore, peer pressure or societal expectation may make some students feel like they are falling behind. In conclusion, while a gap year can be a highly enriching experience that fosters personal and intellectual development, it is essential that it be approached by clear goals and proper planning to avoid potential setbacks. So, these are the answers for writing tax 1 and 2 for tax 8. Tax 9. I think that's all. If there's any mistake, apologies. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.